Wow, it is the most beautiful sunny spring day here in Anchorage. It's gorgeous. One of those days where you just feel bad getting off work and going straight inside no matter how late it is. It's so pretty.
Yeah, we moved it to 26 because the city is running for it.
If you are holding a currency, please make your way.
Because we have some. Come on in.
Oh, yes. Really? That's cool. But yeah. Today I'm actually in Washington, D.C. I got out of Alaska for a few days. I got invited to a conference for work in DC, and the conference is put on by the USCCB, so the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, who funds part of our refugee resettlement program in Alaska. So a colleague and myself flew over. It took what felt like a million years, but we finally made it here from Alaska. And yeah, the conference has been awesome so far. I was super excited to be invited because this is the sort of thing like I just eat up. I love it. I love going to conferences. I love learning and taking notes and listening to speakers, and it's all super fun. And it's also nice to be able to get out of Alaska for a little bit. Yeah, and just especially during this time of year where it's not as warm yet in Anchorage, although it's getting there. But I knew it was going to be really beautiful over on the East Coast already, and it is. Last night we took a walk to, I think it was called Gravelly Point off of the Mount Vernon Trail, which basically takes you to, I think it was the Potomac, and on the banks there you can see across, and you can see kind of like, I think it was the Washington Monument in the distance, the Capitol building, and the planes are like flying in right over you into whatever airport that is, whatever the big airport is there. And there was a ton of people. It was a really cool place. A lot of people. There was like ice cream trucks out front. The planes flying right over you were a little freaky. Like they came right towards the park, and it felt like with how low they were every time that it's like, oh my gosh, they're not gonna make it. But that was kind of an experience. So walking on the trail was beautiful. It was so nice to finally get to experience, I know it's not quite summer yet, but a warm summer evening like back home, because those are one thing that we actually do not get in Anchorage, even in the summer when it's like, okay, it finally gets warm, it's beautiful, it's green, but you don't have those warm, balmy, slight breeze evenings like you do in the South, where you know, you can hear the crickets chirping or the cicadas or the tree frogs, whatever it is, just all the night noises. You've got the little fireflies or lightning bugs, you know, showing up all over your front yard. It's just like slightly warm out, cool with a little breeze. Oh my gosh, it's the absolute best. It's dark, it's, you know, dusky, and in Alaska, it's not dark in the evening like that in the summertime. So I really miss that. It's one of the probably top 5 things that I do miss about living up there. So we just walked to Gravelly Point and kind of got to experience a nice warm spring evening. She's also from the South on the East Coast, so it was nice for both of us. Not necessarily conference related, but definitely one of the highlights of my trip so far. But the conference itself has also been really, really nice. It's just been, today was the first day actually, but there were several super good sessions that I attended. You know, I think a couple of them, so one was learning how to work with refugee youth. That was interesting. It wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be like, but that was interesting, talking a lot about trauma-informed care and child development, basically. We heard from USCIS, the Office of Refugee Resettlement, a couple of other federal agencies. Oh, my favorite one, I thought that it was like on my list of sessions to go to, and I was like, what is this? I didn't even choose this. I didn't really want to go to it, but I decided to commit to the list of, you know, sessions they told me to go to and just see how it was. And actually it ended up being my favorite one of the day. It was what was it called? I can't remember what it was called, but it was all about messaging during these times. So like election time, these days in general, just like how to talk to people about what we do in refugee resettlement in a way that's going to be engaging to them and kind of break past their barriers in a way that's you know, authentically caring about the concerns that they have and being able to meet them where they are, and hopefully in a way that will help them see that what we're doing is something that is totally in line with US tradition and values. You know, our country has such a long history of welcoming immigrants and refugees. I mean, you hear that you know, everyone who is here that isn't native was once in the same position of like coming to these shores in search of refuge or a better life. And so that was really cool. That one was really great because I'm also interested in communication and advocacy and politics and government, and so that tied in a little bit of it all, and I really enjoyed that one. So anyways, enough conference talk. I am about to head out. I'm in a pretty nice part of town, so I'm gonna take a walk. You guys can join me. I'm gonna walk down to the same park I was at last night, although not quite that far, not all the way to Gravelly Point, but I found this really cute park right on the corner. So I'm gonna go down and maybe grab a drink or something and read and maybe do some journaling out on the lawn. Picnic in summer. Yes. Picnic in the park.
It's perfect for that because it's...
Oh yeah. A lot of people. Here it comes. Oh god, it's so terrifying. Oh my god. Yeah.
And then you'd have to like find it.
The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So silly to me. You think they what? were the one who showed me before, but it was just such a beautiful day. So this is mid-May. Almost mid-May in Anchorage. What's happening? Just out of the blue, decided to start sunning again.